When I first started my career, I actually went out saying that I want to be the best in my field. And it was a kind of drive, it was a kind of ambition that I still can't forget. It was so powerful. It was like a burning fire within me that made me progress, that made me work hard, that made me take leaps in my career. But at the same time, now in retrospect, when I see, there was a huge cost that I was paying. That cost was of anger, frustration, and jealousy, because I started looking at others, my peers, as competition. When they succeeded, I used to get jealous. When they got promoted, I used to feel frustrated. When I saw that some of my peers made a big agency, hired a few people, it used to anger me a little bit. And this led me to not being actually able to learn from them or appreciate their success, but to build a level of frustration within me. Now, see, every competition has only two outcomes: either I win or you win. Now, when my desire to win is so strong, somewhere along the line, it will give birth to a desire of me wanting you to fail. Not that I am a bad person, or I want, or is there is something within me that is against you, but it is just a natural byproduct. And the moment somebody else's failure or somebody else's degrowth becomes a point of satisfaction for me, it starts giving birth to violence. Not the physical kind, not the verbal kind, but an internal violence that starts living within us. Because another person's loss has become a part of my happiness. Wanting to win leads to violence, because you can only win if somebody else loses. So each desire to win actually gives birth to a desire to wanting to somebody else to lose. Now imagine in this situation, if you actually do lose, you give birth to even more deeper emotions, as I had mentioned, of jealousy, of frustration, of anger. Now, you may say that yes, I can feel them, but that is what can help me improve the next time I'm competing or next time I'm participating or something, right? You try to use those emotions as fuel, but there is a cost to it. Every time you use those emotions as a fuel, you end up giving residue within your body of these emotions, and you may end up becoming a jealous person, period, a frustrated person, period, a person that just gets angry at the smallest thing. And somehow our culture, our movies, and everything else has celebrated this character since a long time. The fiery character who is angry, who is so driven, who is so passionate. But the reality is that they are using these fuels to progress, which makes them a person that is not a person suitable to be around with. Now, even if you win, let's say you win with these emotions, your state doesn't change internally. You are still anxious about losing your position. You are still worried that somebody else will close the gap. So your emotion of internal emotion of violence somebody against somebody else still carries on despite you having the position that you actually wanted. So you got the position, but the satisfaction never came along with it. This is what I had to realize about the ambition, the fuel, the fire that I was using to become the best marketer. The competition that I was running in my own head was not making me better. It was actually making me smaller. It was making me more defensive. It was making me more reactive. It was limiting my ability to learn from people who are doing better than me. It was reducing my ability to grow faster when I could just take help from the people who are actually succeeding. And this gave me a thought that the real competition is actually not horizontal, The real competition is actually vertical. What I mean by that is the real competition is not with the people outside you, but the capacity that is within you, of your own internal capacity. And I understood it very recently actually. So I participated in a high rock stimulation. So it was my first time. So I didn't go for 100% high rock stimulation. I actually went for a 50% high rock stimulation. And there were 8 stations, and we had to run for 500 meters within each station. And most of the people over there were taking part in the actual high rocks competition. I was not. So in my mind, it was just about seeing what I can do in this situation, in this format of health and fitness race that High Rocks is. So I started going to every station with the best capacity that I had, one station after another. Even while running, I was just like, man, I have to keep doing my best. I have to keep doing my best. And eventually, the 8 stations ended, and all my runs ended, and I was laying on the floor, and the coach came to me and said, "You finished first." I didn't even realize what had happened because all my focus after a very long time was not outside as to what others are doing or where others are. It was just on, okay, this is my station, this is my run, this is the effort that I can afford at this station, and this is the effort that I can afford at the next station. And that's what I did. Eventually, the race ended, and I ended up being first. And it was after a long time. I was not competing with anyone, but just with myself. And honestly speaking, I wasn't even competing with myself. It was just a change of attitude of what best I can do right now. And now you may think that, giving our best 100% means doing 100 reps every single day. But in my experience, I've realized that it's completely different. It's basically doing 100% of the reps that you can do on that particular day. See, each day our body, our mind, our energy levels are different. If we hold up to the word of consistency as doing 50 reps of something every single day, then it can lead to, again, falling back on those emotions and that fuel which may not be good for the body or our mind in the long run. Rather, it is accepting that, okay, today is my capacity is only to do 10 reps, and that is the best that I can do, and I actually do that. So the word consistency actually means doing 100% every single time rather than doing 100% or 100 rep of the fixed thing every single day. So when we are in this mindset that I have to do my best every time I'm doing something, the competition actually evaporates. And what we see in the other person just becomes a mirror for us. When they win, we realize, okay, this is what is possible. When they struggle on a certain course or a certain path, we realize that, okay, this is a challenge that we all as human beings have to go through. So your success in a way becomes a joy for me as well, because I can learn from it, I can share it with you. And your failure also becomes a way where I can learn, where I can share, and I can actually understand the path better. And then even if I win in a certain competition or anything in life, I don't feel threatened, because there is, technically speaking, no position at all. There is only one question: did I do the best that I could do today or not? If I've done that, then I'm satisfied, irrespective of the place where I am in the hierarchy. And if I have not, then it doesn't even matter if I'm at the first place, because I didn't do my best that I could. And when we are in this frame, there's something else that changes within us. When we see other people struggle from this frame, it doesn't make us happy, it doesn't make us feel that violent emotion that I was talking about in the beginning of the video. It actually makes you wanting to inspire them, wanting to motivate them, because you know that if somebody is doing their best at their 100%, it not only uplifts them, but it uplifts the whole room, it uplifts the whole path itself, and that motivates you. So the energy that you gave them to do their best reciprocates and comes back to you to do your best again. So in yogic philosophy, there are actually names for it. The external competition that we spoke about, the horizontal one, where we are driven by anger, frustration, wanting to win, there is violence. It is a Rajasic mode of competition, a Rajasic fuel that we are using for our own growth, and it always leaves us burned out. While on the other hand, the other one, which is the vertical competition, where we are doing the best that we can in that particular situation, in that particular time, is actually a Sattvic mode of moving forward, where the growth actually sustains, it compounds over a period of time, because there is no negative residue that is left for you to carry. All that is a clean fuel that you keep doing your 100% in anything that you're involved in, and that leads to a Sattvic growth. The first part, which is Rajasic part, it burns you over a period of time, while Sattvic part keeps building you slowly and steadily. So here's one last thing that I want you to leave and think about. Coming first without doing your best is still worse than coming, maybe let's say, third while doing your best. Because in the second case, you actually won. Why? Because you gave 100% of what you had at that moment of time. Thank you so much for watching this video. I would like to know your thoughts in the comment section, so put your comments down. And if you like this video, like and follow and subscribe on this page for more videos like this. Thank you so much. See you in the next one. Bye bye.